12-year-old son asked me the other day, Dad, is it true there are some countries in the world where a man doesn't know his wife until after they're married? I said, son, that's every country.
Pig?
Wow, would you look at the size of that television? Just imagine.
A dog.
A dog?
You get this monster TV and I get a dog.
Your mom has a dog.
So?
So it's my mission in life to make sure you never turn into your mother.
Ooh, hi.
Dork!
When it comes to other guys, you win or you lose. You report to him, or he reports to you. It's clean. It's simple. But when it comes to women, man, don't even get me started. Damn!
I have only one basic rule. If I see them spending more time with a hairdryer than I do, then they're out of here.
You're gonna love this chick. She's got the 4S seal of approval. She's sweet, smart, sane, and sexy. It just doesn't get any better than this.
Men, I try, but I'll never understand them.
Women, I try, but I will never understand them.
You know, men, I
Women,
try.
I try, but I'll
never
never
understand. I try.
I tried, but I'll never.
So, you want to go see a movie or something?
Or we could go back to my place.
What?
On second thought, it's so easy.
So excited.
All right, now on your face and keep those hands where I can see them.
These clothes cost more than what you make in a month, Dollface.
I count to 3. 1.
Can't I lean up against the wall like they do on TV? I mean, God, it seems like you're watching enough of those cop shows, all that freeze bullshit.
3.
Oh.
You do what you're told, punk. Get your hands up.
Lady.
Get your hands out.
They're here. Oh. Oh, you ever heard of police brutality?
Shut up.
Come on, lady, cut me some slack. I got a good lawyer.
Not good enough.
Yeah. You ever heard of Johnny Cochran? That's my lawyer. Ah, come on, lady.
All right.
Watch the goods.
Shut up.
You like them, don't you?
Let's go.
Ah, watch it, lady. Come on. Ah!
Where are those guys? All right.
Ah! I don't bend that way, lady.
You're a big guy, aren't you?
You love it, though. Oh, baby, I'm not wrong! Ah!
Okay. All right, I'm gonna uncuff you, and they're gonna stand up by yourself, but nice and slow, okay?
All right.
All right. All right, get up. Get up!
I don't go that fast, lady.
Slow!
This is slow. Look how filthy I am.
Turn around and get your hands in the air.
Come on, lady.
Turn around!
Jesus. You look familiar.
You have the right to
Don't I know you from someplace?
Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law.
Mary.
Direct to an attorney?
Mary Becker.
How'd you know my name?
Mary Becker. Hoboken High.
Yeah.
What, you don't recognize me? It's Frank. Frankie Palone.
Frankie Palone?
Gee, Jesus Christ, Mary Becker.
Little Frankie Pallone?
How the hell you been, Mary?
Not bad. How have you been?
I'm doing okay, you know.
You creep! You sent me up to my senior prom!
Jesus, Mary, I can
I
explain.
spent a fortune on that dress!
Jesus, Mary, something came up.
Oh, you couldn't call?
No, I couldn't call. I had to go away. Suddenly. I'm business. It was unavoidable, Dal. I always felt bad about it. Honest.
Sure.
So I guess you're good and married by now, huh?
Yeah, right. How about you?
Yeah, I'm married. You know. Baby. It ain't serious.
Frankie fucking Pallone.
Mary goddamn Becker. So you want to get together sometime?
Oh, when, Frankie, huh? About 10 to 15 years?
Let me go, Mary.
Can't do that, Frankie.
Come on, Mary. No one saw. For old time's sake. Take off these cuffs and let me beat it out of here. Then me and you can get together later on.
What? Oh!
You and me, Mary. We were meant for each other. Remember the night on the bluff, Mary? I told you I love you forever.
You love me.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you love me, right? After standing me up at the prom all those years ago?
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of goddamn nerve. Do you know how long I sat by that phone crying my eyes out?
And I'll make it up to you, sweetie.
You know how humiliating that was for me, Frankie? I mean, it screwed me up with guys ever since, unable to trust, unable to love. Do you even know what you did to me? Do you?
Mary, we're talking about a stupid dance here. But take off these cuffs and give me a second chance, baby. Please.
Second. You know what? Sure. Why not, right? You're a good guy. I'll give you a second chance. No problem. I'll give you a sporting chance.
You won't regret this, Mary.
Oh, I know.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's with the gun, sweetie?
I've got to make this look good, don't I? I'll fire a couple of shots into the air.
You sure that's necessary?
Uh-huh.
Yo, what's the goods, baby?
Oh.
You're gonna shoot into the air, right?
Right. Bang, bang.
Mary, about the senior prom.
Move, scumbag!
Oh, shit.
Go. I dare ya. Oh, Frankie, what are we doing here, huh? You don't trust me? I trusted you. I never trusted anyone else ever again, but I trusted you. Go.
Ah, fuck me, man.
Let's go, perp. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Let's go.
Mary, tell me the truth. Would you have shot me if you're standing up at the goddamn senior prom?
You have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford it.
So we're talking on the phone, and somehow it comes out that the judge hasn't signed my divorce papers yet.
Suddenly, he tells me that he's still not divorced from his first wife.
And there's this real awkward silence on the phone for like a minute.
I was in shock.
It's a technicality. I've signed them. My ex-wife, may she rot in hell, has signed them. The judge just hasn't signed them.
Is that what he thinks I want to hear?
What the hell does she want me to do about it?
17, 18, 24. I don't think this plane has 36 rows. 30, 31, 35. What the hell? Shit. Last fucking row. D, E, shit. Last row. Right in the middle of the goddamn row. More shit. Who the hell belongs to all this crap? Howdy. Oh. Okay, never mind. Maybe no one's gonna sit in D. I think I'll just move over. Fuck! These damn seats don't recline either. And right next to the damn toilets. Hope no one takes this seat. She better be good looking. No one's coming. They'll close the doors soon. God, just keep this seat empty, okay? Okay, God, one more thing. If she's beautiful, let her sit here.
Excuse me, what row is this?
36. What row did you want?
36, but I'm supposed to be in seat D. I'm not sure which one that is.
Oh, that's this one. Sorry I'm in your seat. There was no one coming, and I just thought I'd sit in it in case, well...
That's okay, no big deal.
Oh, here, let me get up and let you in.
Didn't you say that this seat was mine?
Yeah, but you said it didn't matter, so I thought maybe.
What, maybe I'd be a good little girl and sit in the middle?
No, of course not. I just thought that...
I know what you thought.
Ladies and gentlemen, there are still some of you in the aisles. We cannot begin our pushback from the gate until everyone is seated with their carry-on stowed and their seatbelts fastened.
Oh. Sorry. I guess I should move in then.
Yes, I guess you should.
Sorry.
Excuse me, do you want something?
What? No.
Oh, I thought you needed to get out or something.
Oh, you mean, no. That's okay, I'm fine. Well, not really fine. It's just that these seats are so close together, aren't they? I don't mean close together like next to each other. Of course they're next to each other. I mean close, well, there's no leg room, and the arms are so narrow, and, well, yeah, maybe I should go now. Yeah, that's it. I'll go now, so I won't have to bother you anymore. Not that I was bothering you. I hope I wasn't bothering you. If I was bothering you, I'm sorry.
No bother, really. So, what did you decide?
About what?
The bathroom, going to the bathroom. Did you want me to stay up so you could go to the bathroom?
No, that's okay. I mean, I can hold it till we land. Wait a minute. I don't mean hold it like, a little kid, squeeze my legs together until we land. I just meant that, well, I didn't want to bother you and make you stay up just so I could... What? What is it?
Do you always ramble like this, or should I take it as a compliment?
Huh?
I said, do you always ramble like this, or is this some special kind of rambling?
Oh, I didn't know I was rambling. I guess I was.
What?
Rambling?
Yes, I guess a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. Kind of cute, actually.
Huh?
You heard me.
Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, sorry. Lunchtime. Lunchtime. No food on these short flights. Guess that's how they save money. But they sure don't cut the fares, do they? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? Would you like a bite? Or maybe half? I'd be more than willing to share it with you if you want some. That is, if you're hungry, that's all. I don't know if we got a chance to eat before we got on the plane. That's why I always bring something to eat. I always try to make, a sandwich or something the night before, so I don't have to worry about it when I'm racing to the plane. I always seem to be running late. You're probably always early. You weren't early getting on the plane, but you weren't really late either. Well, actually, I was earlier than you, but...
Excuse me?
Well, I didn't mean anything. I just meant that, well, you seem like someone who has their act together, that's all.
Oh, I do I? Interesting.
I didn't mean it. I just meant that, well, I don't know you, so I don't really know if you have your act together or not. But then again, I don't know that you don't. You know?
No thanks. I'm not hungry. A little thirsty, though. Wouldn't you know it? Fell away in front of the plane. Oh, well.
Thirsty? Wait a second. I think I've got a bottle of water in here someplace. Damn it. Sorry. If I went in here last night, I know I did. I always try to get everything ready the night before. Where is it? Yes, here it is. I knew I had one.
No thanks. Really, I can get one from the flight attendants if they ever get back here.
But wait, you said you were thirsty, and I found it. You want water, and I've got water. Come on, take it. Really, no strings. I know how tough it can be for a woman alone on a plane, but it's not like it's an engagement ring or anything.
Thanks. Excuse me, I know you were reading, but isn't this where you ask me, are you traveling for business, or are you heading home, or do I know you from somewhere?
I'm sorry. Did I hear you ask me where I was heading, or if I knew you from somewhere?
What?
Did you say that I know you from somewhere?
Do you?
Do I what?
Do you know me from somewhere?
I don't know. I didn't say that I did.
Oh,
Well, that is, I didn't say that I didn't either know you, you know?
do you?
I'm not sure.
Well, do you?
I need a minute. This is fun.
Oh, it is it?
Yeah, it's not often I get to stare at a beautiful woman at her request.
I don't think I asked you to stare. I just asked you if you knew me. But I do appreciate the compliment. And your answer is?
No. I'm really sorry to say this, but I don't.
Oh, too bad.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Oh, sorry. I was just checking to see if there were any dogs in the aisle.
Dogs?
Uh-huh, dogs. Little ones.
Are you kidding, or is this some more of your cute rambling?
It's not, but thanks. You see, I was on a flight a few months ago, sitting up front, not first class, mind you, but towards the front in a middle seat. And this woman with a dog case gets on. She sits in the aisle seat next to me. Before we take off, she sets down the case, takes out this dog, sets it in her lap. One of those little yipper dogs, you know the kind. Well, anyway, I was trying to be friendly, so I say, "It's a cute dog." It wasn't, but you know, it's airplane talk. Not that I always lie on airplanes. You know what I mean. Anyway, before I could say anything else, the lady grabs the dog and holds it away from me, and real snottily like says, "Well, you won't have to worry about talking to him." And I'm like stunned, but before I can do anything, she sets the dog down, and this ugly little thing goes racing up and down the aisles, and we can't take off. So the first class flight attendant comes back and tells the lady she's gonna have to put the dog back in the case. I'm not quite sure what happened, but before I knew it, the lady punched the flight attendant. She just punched her right in the face. Now we really can't take off. The other flight attendants came over, one of them grabbed the case and went running after the dog. This lady is screaming at them not to touch her little Pookie. Yeah, Pookie. Anyway, just then, the flight attendant with the case comes back with Pookie, and some cops come on and start to get into it with this woman.
And?
Oh, well, the cops slapped some cuffs on her and took her and Pookie off the plane.
Are you serious, or is this some more of your patented airplane chatter?
No, I'm serious. Look, I even got a bruise from where the lady backed into me with her bag when they were dragging her off the plane.
Well, so I guess middle seats really can be exciting.
Uh-huh. Don't get me wrong. I like dogs, just in case you wondered.
Yeah, I did.
So, are you traveling for business?
No, and the next answer is no also.
The next answer?
Yes, the answer to your next question.
My next question.
Oh, sorry. I thought you had a second question.
Oh, you're not headed home then?
No, not heading home.
Oh, not business and not heading home.
Nope.
So what's my third question?
What?
My third question?
No, sir. You have to figure that one out on your own.
Okay. I love challenges.
That's what I've heard about you.
That's it. Wait a minute. That's what you've heard about me? Do you know me?
I thought we covered that already.
No. That was if I know you. This one is do you know me?
So is that your question?
God. This flight's a combination of Jeopardy and Millionaire. You know, ask me if that's my final answer.
Sorry, don't watch television.
No, I just meant that... Never mind.
Uh-huh.
Wait a minute. So do you know me?
Not really.
Not really. But what the hell does not really mean?
It means not really.
Are you sure you don't watch TV? Maybe like an episode or two of Big Brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on our final approach. Please bring your seat backs to their full upright position and replace your tray tables and carry-on bags.
So, looks like we're landing. Then we'll be getting off the plane and going wherever.
That's true. We will.
And you're not going to tell me how you know me?
I did tell you that I don't really know you.
But I still don't know what that means.
You will.
I will? Well, when?
Soon.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I still don't know who you are.
You will.
I will? When? How?
At the wedding.
The wedding? What wedding? Wait, do you know... Wait a minute. Wait, what wedding? Wait, do you know Terry? What wedding?
I mean, what am I supposed to do? My wife tells me she's in love with somebody from our office, but it isn't sexual. Not sexual. Yeah, right, I'm thinking. So here I am, ready to go find this guy and beat the shit out of him when she tells me to pack. A woman, for Christ's sakes. I mean, so I relax a little. At least it's not another guy, I say. I mean, this can't be serious. Next thing I know, she's packing her bag, screaming at me that I never listened to her, and that her love for Pat feels right, and I don't really know her. And bang, she's out the door. I guess I'll just wait for her, right? It's just a phase she's going through. Well, she'll be back. I hope.
Do you know?
You always do that.
Do you know what household dust is made of?
You start to say something, then you just stop.
Cellulose, wood fibers, skin cells, insect antenna, and legs.
And I always stop breathing, waiting to hear what you're going to say next.
A tasty stew for silverfish.
One of these days, I'm going to keel over dead, just waiting for you to finish a sentence.
That's why silverfish can live in parts of the house where there's no food.
Well, our silverfish must be very well fed.
Are you saying I don't dust? I stand on chairs and dust.
I didn't marry you for your dusting.
What did you marry me for?
Food and sex and scintillating conversation. And 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I was making a joke.
Not funny.
Hey, listen to this. You want to know how this guy chooses his victims?
No. What guy?
This serial killer guy in this book. He works for a big film developing laboratory.
Uh-huh.
This is before video. He watches home movies from all over the country. And when he sees a family he likes, he goes and butchers everybody, even the family pet. Isn't that neat?
But if he likes them, why does he kill them?
A psychotic serial killer chooses his victims because he loves them.
What?
He loves them so much, he wants to be united with them in this ultimate orgasmic act of blood and death.
How do you know so much about the inner mind of a psychotic killer?
I'm a man.
Right.
You know what the problem is? Men have got Windows in their heads, and women have Macintosh in theirs. Our basic operating systems are just incompatible.
So you're saying men and women shouldn't be together?
Nope.
The differences between us are just too great.
Yup.
So I guess you want a divorce then?
All right.
Okay.
That's settled.
Do you really want a divorce?
What I want is to read this paragraph from beginning to end without having to go back to the beginning again.
And then you want a divorce?
No, I don't want a divorce.
Well, maybe I want a divorce.
Do you?
Now that you brought it up, it doesn't sound half bad.
You brought it up.
You said men and women were incompatible.
I was using a metaphor. I said we're like different computer operating systems.
That's a simile. A simile is as like or as in you're as stupid as mud. A metaphor suggests a similarity by substituting one word or concept for another, such as, you're a horse's ass.
Do you really want a divorce?
Do you?
I already said I didn't.
Well, why not?
Because I don't want one. I want to stay married to you.
Well, that's not good enough.
You've done it again.
Done what?
Put me on the defensive when you're the one who should be explaining yourself.
Did I do that?
Conversational judo. You're a black belt. Do you want a divorce or not?
Maybe I do.
Well, this is a fine kettle of fish.
That's a metaphor.
All of a sudden you want a divorce.
Well, we don't seem to communicate very well anymore.
We never did. Men and women don't communicate well. Men and women come together for sex. And when the sex part, winds down, there's not a lot left to talk about.
Maybe we should both find someone else then.
Why bother? Look, if you divorced me, you'd end up right back where you are now. Lying in bed with your new husband, reading, interrupting him as he tries to read, talking about dust, driving some other poor schnook crazy.
It'd be a different schnook.
What's important isn't who you're married to, but who you're buried with.
Whom? And don't end sentences with prepositions. A better syntax would be with whom you prefer to be buried.
With which husband would you prefer to be buried?
What if I marry a woman after I leave you?
A woman? When have you ever been with a woman?
In college.
Oh, that doesn't count.
And?
And what?
Jeannie Sedgwick came on to me.
Jeannie Sedgwick? She's not gay. She came on to me.
Well, I guess she likes us both then.
You did it before.
Did not. Did what?
You ended a sentence with a preposition.
When?
You said, do you want to know what household dust is made of?
The rule doesn't apply when the sentence would result, when it would result in a sentence up with which it would be fucked.
So I guess you want to be buried with Jeannie Sedgwick.
What's all this buried with nonsense?
That's how you know who someone really loved, who they're buried with.
Whom? With whom they decide to be buried.
Whom I want to be buried with is Hume.
Maybe women should stick to women and men should stick to men.
Did you sleep with her?
I mean, think about it.
I am.
The world would be so much less contentious.
If you slept with Jeannie Sedgwick,
If everybody was gay.
I could never have sex with a man.
Well, haven't you ever masturbated?
Of course I have.
Then you've had sex with a man.
Yeah, but it was my favorite man.
Why couldn't we all just stick to our own gender? That way men and women would be free to come together and communicate intelligently, for a change. We could all mingle at these big cocktail parties like a big New Yorker cartoon.
It wouldn't work. Just thinking about all those women having sex would get the men all hot. In fact, just thinking about you and Jeannie Sedgwick, it's getting me pretty steamed.
We could do something about that.
I don't see how. Jeannie's not here.
But I can!
Did you sleep with her?
Time to go to bed.
Did you?
Don't forget to set your alarm.
Are you gonna tell me or not?
Not.
I want to know.
Why? What would you do if I used this to go find some new sexual thrill, some kinky male thing involving blood and dismemberment?
No, I just want to know why. I'd want to know what it was I wasn't giving you, that you had to go somewhere else. I'd want to know so that I can learn to give it to you, whatever it was you needed to stay with me, forever and ever. Because I love you more than my own life, and I would do anything to keep your love.
Oh.
But if you left me after all that, probably just hunt you down and kill you.
Why did you do that? You just said something sweet and real, and then you had to go and ruin it by saying something horrible.
I'm a man. Whenever I say something that borders on emotional truth, I have to automatically compensate by saying something stupid.
Do you really want to mingle your dust with mine for all eternity?
Well, I'd like to grow old with you first, but yeah, eventually I do.
I mean, we're talking dirt in the ground here.
What about Jeannie Sedgwick?
She'll be dirt in the ground, too, someday. You know,
Yeah, I know. Do you?
So I said to him, is this going anywhere? Because I really need to know. And he's all into this Zen crap, you know? So, like, he says to me,
Well, why does it always have to go somewhere? Why can't it just be somewhere?
and it's like, I just kept thinking to myself, if I wanted to date Yoda, I'd dye myself green and grow pointy ears, okay?
Hey, come on in. Pretty quiet in here. Looks like you're my last customer of the night. Make yourself comfortable. Nah, you just made it. We close in about 10 minutes. What can I get you? Yeah, it's been a long night. Huh? Well, sure, lots of people tell me their problems. Why do you ask? Hard to know why they tell me. You a shrink or something? Yeah, lots of people with lots of stuff going on in their lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, lots of problems out there, and they seem to find their way in here. Now, it used to be, in the old days, guys having love problems would talk to their priest. Oh, sure, or their rabbi. I didn't mean any slight by that. Or they talk to their barber. You can't do that these days. All these schmancy guys go to salons. Can't you just picture one of these guys getting their hair done, talking to one of these hairdresser babes while they're getting their due? Now me, give me good old Bob's Barber Shop. Haircut's been $10 there for years, back as far as I can remember. And if you go in on Wednesday between 1 and 3, you can get it for $9. Women, you know, it's different for them. I mean, sure, they can ask the hairdresser. Well, maybe not if it's Claude or Philippe, unless it's decorating advice they want. Hey, sorry, I didn't mean anything by that either. But where was I? Oh yeah, life. Sucks some days, don't it? Are you married? Engaged? Got a steady love in your life? Oh, sorry. How long ago? No shit, isn't it just yesterday? That does suck. Me married? Nah. Been there, done that. Been there and done that. Yeah, twice. Hey, maybe that's why guys come in here and ask for advice. They figure I got it all figured out by now. It's always easy to see what's going on from the outside, ain't it? Yeah, always is. You know, guys come in and complain. They tell me I'm the closest thing they've got to a shrink, a priest, and their mom. Yeah, that's me. All three rolled into one. And only Mom will give them free popcorn like I do. Sometimes Mom even charges for that some ways, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I skip the small talk and give it to them straight. Hey, I've been around. I know some shit. Hey, for instance, guy comes in here yesterday. He tells me he's been living with what he says is a one-of-a-kind lover for 4 months. Yeah, got him hooked pretty good. He gave up a fantastic rent-controlled apartment and moved in. Gave his place to a guy he knows. He says they're so perfect for each other that it just couldn't miss. So when this love of life said, I want you here with me, he couldn't throw his shit into a box fast enough. He said he was deep in shit. Huh? No, he was deep in love and all that shit. So he said, well, what's the problem? A great-looking lover, hell, you're drooling just talking about this lover. And he says, get this, well, there's just one thing. And he just sits there, right where you sit. I finally say, well, what's the problem? And then he tells me he was just told, I don't love you anymore. Move out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Holy shit, he's fucked. I mean, a rent-controlled apartment, for God's sake. So I'm listening, and he goes on not about the apartment, not about being out on the streets, but about love, if you can believe it. I said, what's the deal? And he said, I've never felt this way about anyone before, and I can't imagine myself with anyone else. If you can believe. Huh? Oh, I guess he was about 30, maybe 32, 33. Oh, and then he starts telling me what a great guy he is himself. He even says, I'm decent looking, aren't I? He wanted me to answer that one for him. Started to back off when he went off on that shit. I mean, I was ready for him if he came around the bar and hit on me. Sorry, I get a little carried away in my stories sometimes. Nah, he didn't make a pass at me, but he did have me worried. I mean, I got my guy friends and all, but that's for sports and drinking. You know, guy stuff. But then he starts telling me that he's honest, loving, caring, dependable. Come on, reminded me of a puppy I had once. I mean, I don't know if he was, well, you know, but you can never tell. Anyway, he wants me to tell him what he's doing wrong. He says he knows it's not always meant to be, but that it feels friggin' perfect. Yeah, right. That's why he's in here throwing back Cuervo like it's water. Yeah, so what would you have told him? Yeah, what magical advice would you have slid across the bar? Oh, that's my job? Well, yeah, guess it is. Kind of comes with the territory being a professional mixologist and all. Yeah, mixologist. Sounds a lot classier than bartender. I mean, any schmuck can tend to bar, but you gotta know a lot of shit that makes the right drinks. Hey, you ever heard of a kick in the nuts? Yeah, don't you just love that name? A kick in the nuts. Okay, take a shot of Old Granddad, a shot of 151 rum, a shot of Ouzo, a shot of Southern Comfort, and a shot of Yukon Jack. You mix it with ice and you pour it into a tall glass ever so slow, and you drink only one. Now that's a real man's drink. You look like the kind of guy that would drink one of those. Ah, sorry, I got carried away. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, this lovesick schmuck. So I tell him, listen, I'm sure you're a great guy and that you mean well and all, but what the fuck do I care about your list of I'm wonderful shit? Yeah, I asked him if he talked that way when they were together. What do you think? Yeah, you're right. He said he gave this great love the same list he gave me. So I tell him, listen, there's one thing I've learned in this life. It's that love is not a balance sheet like you keep in a business. And it's not like a resume, you know, you turn in for going for a job. Sometimes we love somebody, and they don't love us back for no other good reason other than that they just don't love us. Well, yeah, for fucking sure it ain't fair, and it damn sure ain't funny, but what can you do? Well, sure, I agreed with him that it was crappy. I mean, being brought in like that and then dumped. But hey, who knows what was said to get him to move in the first place, or even whose idea it was. Maybe he pushed it through. You know, the old testosterone thing. Caveman, gotta own something or somebody. Who knows? Probably not. I mean, he wasn't really like a big or a strong guy. He was kind of lightweight, if you know what I mean. He was buying the drinks and leaving nice tips, so I'm listening. Oh, yeah. And then he tells me he's thinking about going home and announcing that he's got some sort of a terminal illness or something like that, just so he can be tricky and stick around. Can you imagine? This woozy guy goes home from the bar, staggers in and says, "Honey, I can't move out. I've got Alzheimer's." Maybe come up with something exotic like malaria. Who knows? You know, when guys start going off in that direction, it's hard telling where they'll wind up. So then I start wondering if maybe he's violent, you know, maybe one of those abusers, and that's why it's get out so soon. Or do you think maybe it's because he stopped dating and the real him came out? Huh? Maybe he was all that caring romantic crap until they moved in together. Yeah, till he captured the prize. Think that might have been in it? Shit. You know, even I get sick of defending what assholes us guys can be. He didn't seem like that type of help. He and I were dating, too. I meant that he and I were in that early bullshitting part of any relationship. You know what I mean, don't you? Okay, good. Had me worried there for a minute. Well, just about time to close it up for tonight. Huh? Well, yeah, I did give him some advice. Why do you ask? Told him to get over it. Well, yeah, I did. Why the fuck not? I've had it with these pussies that wimp around all the time. So I told him to stop crying and be a real man. Told him to go home and do something about it. Yeah, I did. I told him to take charge and do something about it. Why? Are you leaving? Hey, don't worry about it. The drink's on the house. Don't get any money out of your pocket. Last customer, you know? Hey, I said don't worry about it. It's on... What the fuck? Oh, shit, what is this, a robbery? Hey, just take the money and go, okay? Don't hurt me. Not the money, what do you want? The guy? What guy? Just put the gun down. You mean the schmuck who was in here yesterday? What about him? I don't know his name. What's that got to do with me? He did what? He killed himself. When? Oh, shit, let's see. That had to be... He left here at about 6 and... Oh, man. Hey, I'm sorry to hear about that, but what's that got to do with you or with me? I told you, I don't even know his name. Okay, it's Robert. It was Robert. What the fuck does that have to do with me? His note. What note? He said what? How do you know? Oh, fuck, no. Not you. You and Robert? I thought he meant... Hey, man, I just say whatever comes off the top of my head. You know that. No one takes me serious. I'm just a bartender. Hey, put the gun down. Anyway, you threw him out, so why is it my fault? He said, just because I told him to do something about it, I didn't mean go home and kill himself. I wouldn't tell him to do that. No way. Just give me a break and put the gun down. Hey, I think it's great that you love him. Really, I do, but that's none of my business. Let's have another drink. On the house. I'm sorry he's gone. Really, I am. I mean, I didn't mean what I said earlier about... You know, I can understand that. Really, I can. But this ain't my fault. I didn't tell Robert to...
Okay, so we're in the elevator, my friend Jen and I, and we're going to lunch, and she has on this red blouse. Nothing flashy, just a red blouse, really very tasteful. So this guy she knows from marketing, he gets on at 14, and the door's closed, And he looks at her and he goes, in this really big booming voice, right? He goes, "Hey, nice blouse." Yeah. Okay, so he gets off at 9 and the door's closed and she just kind of looks at me, and I just said, they really don't have a clue, do they? She goes, "Hell no."
Complete and utter capitulation is the only thing that works. I'm convinced. I'm sorry, sweetheart. You're absolutely right. I'm a bastard. It'll never happen again. Please, please forgive me. Just tattoo that on your brain and you'll be fine. Why? Because you can't win. No, you just can't win. And the sooner you learn that and just accept it, the happier you'll be.
All right, so you started ripping each other's clothes off and you didn't have a condom.
Well, we couldn't find one in the bedroom. And then I remembered I'd put one in the freezer.
What was a condom doing in the freezer?
That's where Arthur keeps his batteries. He says they last longer. Look, I don't know. So I brought it back into the bedroom, and...
Wait a second, you can't just tell a guy you got a condom out of the freezer.
I didn't tell him.
But wasn't it cold?
I brought the package to warm it up. He was so eager, he didn't even notice.
Oh, how lame.
Ginny. Ginny. Psst, Ginny. Ginny. Ginny! 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 Hey, it's me. It's me. It's me, Ginny. It's me. Hey, hi, it's me. Hi.
Oh, Peter, it's you.
Hi, Ginny. Hi, Ginny. Hi.
I was having such a nice dream.
Where you been, Ginny? Where you been?
Where have you been?
You look good, Ginny. Look good.
Don't look at me, I'm a wreck.
Look real good.
Peter, to you we all look good.
Better. I like you better.
Better than what?
I just go where he goes, Ginny. Go where he goes.
You lead him around by the nose.
No, not true. I never met the nose.
I heard her say once that he had you for a brain.
No way. He's got a brain. He's got a big brain. A big, ugly, stupid brain. Thinks all the time. Think.
That's the problem with you, Peter. You're not connected to anything. I'm connected. I'm integrated into the whole. Do you understand?
Yes. No. What hole?
I'm connected to the brain, to the heart. You just dangle out there in space.
I knew we'd come back to you, Ginny.
Don't get your hopes up. Or anything else. She's sick of both of you.
They're having dinner.
So?
It'll be me and you again soon, Ginny. You and me again.
I don't think so.
Having dinner together, talking.
Just because they're having dinner doesn't mean that we're going
Why else? Why else? To just sit up there and look at each other chewing. They're up there right now, chewing, talking. Chew, talk. That stupid mouth and tongue of his good for nothing.
I wouldn't say that.
How much longer are they going to talk? I want to do it. I want to do it now. I want to do it now. Give it to me. I want to do it now.
Not so fast, shortstop.
short stuff.
I've got news for you. She and I aren't coming back. We have someone else.
You mean another?
Yes.
He was bigger than me?
No.
Good.
But she was a lot smarter.
She?
I
Oh!
knew just where to go.
I know where to go.
Peter, we're talking about a level of precision that you know nothing about. Now, don't give me that shriveled up hurt look. And what have you and him been up to lately? Into what strange, dark places have you been leading him?
I just go where he goes.
He can't go anywhere without you leading the way, Peter.
She wasn't as nice as you, Ginny.
You don't even know the difference, you prick!
Yes, I do. Big difference. She didn't feel right. Even his big, ugly brain knew it was wrong. We belong together, Ginny. Don't you feel it? The energy? Maybe that big, ugly brain of his doesn't know it, but I do. You do, too.
So what? Her brain runs this relationship, Peter.
Oh, yeah? What about that time in Puerto Rico?
Sand!
You didn't mind the sand. Not until later.
I suppose I didn't.
Moonlight. Remember? I don't get to see the moon very often.
I don't get to see much of anything anymore.
Moonlight. On the water. Nice, warm water. It was just us that night, Ginny. No big, ugly brains.
Just us. Just you and I.
Don't you feel it, Ginny? Don't you feel the energy?
Oh, Peter, I've missed you so much. You're right. We do belong together. But she... Oh,
What? What is it?
she's leaving.
No, can't leave now, Ginny. Not now!
I can't stop her. Her brain's saying go.
You have to stop her!
I can't. Her brain's too strong. Oh, goodbye, Peter. Goodbye.
No, you fight that brain, Ginny! Fight it!
I can't. It's wrong. I'm
You
angry.
get angry too. Get mad, Ginny. Fight that brain.
Stop, please. Stop.
That's it. More!
Sit down.
More!
Sit the fuck down, you stupid woman, before you ruin everything. Oh,
Good, Ginny,
oh,
good.
dear.
You did it.
Now what?
Touch me, Ginny, quick, before she goes again.
I'll try.
Oh, that feels good.
Oh, yes.
Now, more!
Peter, we're in a restaurant.
Come on, quick, before those stupid brains...
Oh. What's happening?
He's asking for the check.
Don't let go of me, Peter.
Never!
She's leaving again, Peter. Hold me.
No, we're leaving. Together. Together, Ginny!
Oh, together, Peter. Just you and I.
We did it. We beat those stupid brains.
Oh, you did. Only now I'm so sleepy after all that excitement.
Ginny?
Just a little
Ginny,
nap.
no, don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep. Ginny! Ginny! No! Ginny! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Come on, Ginny! Mouth! Hey! Down here! Mouth!
It took me a while to figure out that when they say stuff, it doesn't really mean anything. Nothing. It means nothing. They're just saying whatever they're saying. Whatever they're saying. That's all they're saying. It's weird.
I have to call one of my guy friends about something. I get on the phone, I say what I have to say, I get off the phone. She gets on the phone, forget about it. She gets on the phone, and the phone company announces a higher quarterly dividend.
Have you told him yet?
Told him what?
About us.
What's there to tell?
What do you mean, what's there to tell?
That's exactly what I mean. What part of it don't you understand?
Well, I thought it was a pretty straightforward question. Have you told him about us?
You mean that we've slept together?
I like the way you put that in past tense.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean that we slept together and wouldn't sleep together anymore. I meant that...
Nice try.
What do you mean, nice try?
You're doing it again.
What?
You know what?
Shit, if I knew, dear, I wouldn't be asking, would I?
Well,
Would I?
I guess not.
So we're okay with this.
How can you say that? You haven't even tried to answer my question. Have you told him yet? I guess that does answer my question.
God, I thought we were having fun.
I heard that. And what's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Yeah, right. Nothing.
Oh, come on, look. I have to be home in less than an hour. He'll be home soon after that, and I need to be there. Don't go getting all heavy on me.
You know, wouldn't it be easier if you just told him?
Easier for whom?
For both of us. For all three of us.
Oh, okay. So, you want me to tell him that you and I have been sleeping together, and that's going to make it easier for the three of us. Don't you mean the ego of one of us?
You're not being fair. You know how I feel about you.
Right. I'm a good fuck. What's the matter? Aren't I a good fuck?
Well, of course you are, but you don't really think I only want you here because...
Go on, sit. Because I'm a good fuck, right? You said I was better than your ex, what's her name, right?
Well,
Aren't I?
Well, of course you are, but what we have goes much deeper than that.
Oh, right, deeper. Like sometimes it's, oral, right?
That's not what I meant.
Oh.
I meant that we share so much more. Like, I don't know, or like our love of theater.
Oh, right. We met in an acting class, and that makes us share the love of theater. Have we actually been to the theater other than to meet at class? Have we ever, I don't know, gone to a movie or watched a television show together? Have we even read a theatrical review together? Oh, but go on, go on. What else do we share so deeply? A love of...
You're missing the point. From the moment we met, you know you've touched me deeply.
What?
I told you I've never felt like this before.
You mean not about a married woman?
No, not about anyone.
Look, okay, I can almost believe that you believe that, but, come on, let's get serious here. Or better yet, let's not get serious. Look, why now? I'm sitting here waiting for cheese and crackers from the kitchen, and you come in saying, have you told him yet? What's going on, really? What's going on?
Well, I've just been thinking about us a lot lately. You know, what we have and what we could have. What it's like to share these times together. How I feel after you leave. How I want you with me all the time.
Wait a second. Wait 1 second here. Where the hell did this come from? We meet when I can sneak away and we have fun. Nothing more, nothing less. And now, this? What's going on, really? All right, forget the cheese and crackers, right? I don't know what's going on with you, but it doesn't make any sense. And I can't handle any more stress in my life right now. So I think I'm going to head on out of here.
Wait, don't go. Look, I know this isn't part of the deal we made when we started spending this time together, but...
But?
Please, just sit for a bit so we can talk. You still have some time before you have to be home, don't you?
Maybe. Ooh. All right, a few more minutes. I must admit I'm a little intrigued about whatever the hell's going on with you. If I didn't know any better, I'd think you were premenstrual.
Touché. Look, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. No, really, I have. I know you don't believe this, but when we're not together, I think about what it would be like to be together all the time. I think about, well, I think about the future. Our future.
Oh, that's sweet. Really, it is. It's very sweet. It's just that
What? It's just that what? Go on.
It's just that this is so sudden, out of left field. Isn't that what you jocks say?
We jocks?
Oh, what? That bothers you? Me calling you a jock? I thought you guys liked to hear that kind of stuff.
We guys? So is that what you think of me? I'm just a jock? Just one of the guys? Just one of your guys?
Holy shit, am I watching a bad movie here? God, where the hell did we get from, I think about our future, to your feelings being hurt by me calling you a jock? Now what?
Are you telling me that you have no feelings for me at all? Am I just a place to do email and just a guy who entertains you on rainy afternoons?
Oh, touchy, touchy. There have been some sunny afternoons, too.
Fuck. Now all I've done is given you more ammunition to use against me. You know, I'm opening up my heart to you. I thought this is what you women wanted. I thought you wanted a man who wasn't afraid to share his feelings. Who could open up and be vulnerable? Who could...
Wait a second, you thought what? Oh, wait a second. Wait 1 second. Have you been sneaking home early to watch Oprah? Are you getting your hair cut by one of those salons instead of Bob's Barber Shop?
You're making fun of me, aren't you? Aren't you?
Well, maybe a little. I just can't believe that you're serious about all this. I mean, it's so sudden. It's not like you at all.
Well, you know, maybe this is the real me. Maybe this is really like me at all.
Or maybe this is just some phase that you're going through, huh? Some fantasy that you've created and put me into. Some of that guy competition crap because you want what you don't have. Or maybe what you can't have. Some of that macho guy crap. Maybe it's just a little willy contest and I'm the prize, huh? Huh? Maybe really what's going on here is that your hormones are acting up and we're having a testosterone flare-up. Like a sunspot. Yeah, that must be it. See, there's this rocket, and it's heading towards the sun, and the sunspots are gonna burn it up. I'm the rocket, you're the sunspot. So, Mr. Sunspot, what do you say about that, huh?
Do you care about me at all? Come on, am I just a hobby like you're acting and just something to do on a rainy, okay, and occasionally sunny afternoon?
Look, I like you. Yes, Sally, I really, really like you. Sally Fields, movie actress, a cat. Look, never mind. The important thing here is that I like what's his name, too.
But we share so much more than the two of you do. You know, that's what you tell me. Well, do we?
Well, yes and no.
Yes and no?
Well, yeah, I mean, we do in some ways, but we don't in some ways. Oh, come on, you know what I mean.
No, I don't. I mean, all I hear you do is bitch about him.
Well, of course I do. I thought you'd like to hear it.
You only bitch about him because I like to hear it?
Maybe. Hey, you know, that's part of what brought us together. Remember when we were at that break and we were bitching about our relationships and how they suck so much? You're complaining so much about, what's her name, I couldn't get you to stop.
Well, you know, maybe I was, but that relationship was over. I was talking about what I wanted in a relationship, not just bitching about what I had.
Oh, and there's a big difference.
There is a big difference. I was talking about what I wanted and needed from someone. You were talking about what you weren't getting from someone. That's when I realized we both really wanted the same thing. That we connected. I really felt, and I know you'll think this is crap, that our souls touched.
You know, I think it was the part where I let my guard down way too much and said that I like oral sex. I think that's when your eyes really lit up. Oh, come on. Do we have to go through all this now? Such a beautiful day outside, and I was looking forward to some time together this weekend. When he's away with the guys. That's when I get to spend some time with the girls. That's you, you know. You're the girls! He thinks I have so many women friends. He didn't want something like a book reading party so we can meet all of them.
You know, I guess I just don't understand why what we have and what we can't have isn't enough for you.
Sweetie, it's wonderful. And maybe it will be even more wonderful someday. But he and I have history, some bad, but some good. We're great together, but
What is it? Are you telling me you don't trust me?
no, I trust you completely.
Well, then what is it? You know, it really feels like you don't trust me.
I guess I just don't trust us yet.
Us?
Yeah, I mean, I guess when it gets right down to it, we just haven't had that much time yet. We haven't built up a history. I mean, we're great together, but
Better the devil, you know.
from the devil I don't? Maybe. Maybe that's it. But, do you want to know what I want more than anything? Really? Do you want to know?
Of course I do. Go on.
Okay. What I want more than anything? Really? More than anything in the whole wide world? I'd really like cheese and crackers. So, we're okay with this now, right?
I remember this girl from when I was a kid, Rosie. She was a real tomboy. When we were about 11 years old, we did everything together. Our parents used to make these lame jokes about how we'd grow up and get married, but Rosie and I, we were only playing. Once when I was almost 12, I went over to her house and we were playing real rough, you know, laughing and yelling and pretending to fight. And at one point I was on top of her, pulling up grass from the backyard, dumping on her head, and she was kicking and struggling, and we were both laughing. And suddenly we stopped and looked at each other, me straddled on top of her. And for the first time we felt, I don't know, uncomfortable with each other. I got up and invented some reason to go home. The next time I saw Rosie, we were in middle school, and she was hanging out in the hallway with her girlfriends and laughing, and we looked at each other. And she gave me this nice, sad smile. But we never played together again. Never.
Naked mole rats in the world of darkness. The children will like that, don't you think? They're okay by themselves, aren't they? In the children's zoo. You're right. Of course they are. That's what I like best about the children's zoo. It's nature, but it's safe. Hey, listen to this. Naked mole rats live underground. Furless and nearly blind, they experience the entire cycle of life without ever seeing the light of day. You know, I was reading in the Times the other day about prairie voles. They mate for life, you know, and they're totally PC. They don't screw around, the males. Boy, it's because the males secrete some enzyme. You sure could make a fortune selling that stuff, huh? Genuine prairie vole anti-asshole fluid. You know how I'd market it? I'd put it in 6-packs. Make it appealing to those who need it most, huh? Are you still mad about the food thing?
I'm not angry.
Because this really was a good idea coming here today. On a weekday.
I thought we should...
I don't know what the kids are going to eat. I mean, the food they sell here is so bad for them. I mean, the hot dogs, ugh.
Barbara,
I mean, it's the zoo, for Christ's sake. Why can't they sell anything decent here?
Beth,
I mean, it's supposed to be about nature. The goddamn animals eat better than the people around here.
Barbara, please.
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I won't mention it again. I wonder what naked mole rats eat. Okay, one more thing about the food, and then I'll shut up about it, okay? I promise.
Sure, Babs. Get it off your chest. Let's let this whole filthy hot dog business right out in the open.
All right, never mind.
No, I don't think we've discussed the ramifications of the hot dog issue nearly enough.
You've made your point. Creep and I was actually beginning to enjoy being here with you.
Weren't you going to say something about hot dogs?
I definitely was not. Let's just sit here and enjoy being together. It's so rare nowadays. Let's just not say anything. Let's just sit quietly and wait for the children.
Barbara,
Okay, it's just this. It's perfectly all right for you to say that one hot dog won't kill them, and you're right, it won't. But it undermines me. That's all I'm saying. It undermines the day-to-day dietary structure
Barbara,
that I'm
will you
trying...
please?
You're right. You're right. I'm sorry. This really was a good idea coming here today. Did I already say that? It's just that it's so rare nowadays, you know? No kids interrupting us every 10 seconds. Hey, we can actually have a conversation. You know what this reminds me of? When we were first married, you remember? We used to walk down to Central Park and just sit and watch people. We used to talk a lot then. Well, we didn't have any money to do anything else, did we?
I remember.
Those were the days when I would play hooky from my job. You'd get up early to paint as usual, and then you'd turn off my alarm so that I'd oversleep. Oh, I'd be so mad at first. How are we ever going to pay the bills if I don't go to work? But you'd just laugh. Do you remember what I used to earn at that job? $125 a week. That's less than you earn in an hour nowadays. I mean, how did we ever live on that? But it got you through school.
Barbara, I have to leave you.
You're going back to work? Now? But
No.
I thought...
I mean, I have to leave you. And the children. I can't live with you anymore, Babs. I want a divorce. I'm sorry.
Jenny asked me the other day if she could have a pet. I told her Daddy's allergic, but maybe a rabbit if we keep it outside.
Barbara,
This isn't happening.
I can't. I just can't.
This is the worst possible time. I mean, Ted just started his dance class at the Y. Jenny has her viola recital next week.
I woke up this morning. I thought about getting on that train one more time. And I just couldn't do it.
You work too hard. You need a vacation.
I want to paint again.
I should unset your alarm once in a while, make you take a vacation.
I have to paint.
So paint!
Where? In the basement? On weekends? It doesn't work that way.
How does it work? You have to destroy our lives so you can paint pictures?
Paintings, not pictures. I need a different kind of life to paint.
Let me tell you something, Jack. This is life. Paying the mortgage, raising our children. There is no other kind of
I
life.
said light, not life. I need a different kind of light to paint.
Don't you think Picasso had to pay the mortgage too?
Picasso didn't live in a split-level ranch with a two-car garage.
But if he did...
He didn't.
But if he did, wouldn't he still be Picasso?
I don't know. I just know that it doesn't work for me.
Of course not. You're not Picasso. Just stop this, Jack. Just stop this nonsense. The children will be out any minute. They'll be hungry.
I got up this morning and looked in the mirror, and there was this 40-year-old suit looking back at me. Overworked, overpaid, 2 kids, 2 cars, living in the suburbs. Suddenly I knew
Knew
that...
what? That life is
I
tough?
knew that I'd made a wrong turn somewhere. I set out to be an artist.
You're better than that. You're an art director.
I'm a hack.
Why do you think they pay you so much money?
Because what I do is worthless.
That's not true.
Of course it is. Nobody would spend 5 minutes doing this crap if they weren't getting a ton of money for it. I'm overpaid to compensate for the fact that the so-called artwork I produce is completely without value.
Okay. Who is she?
Oh, Christ, that's just
Someone
so...
from work, I'll bet. Liz? Carol?
There is not
Hey,
another
Miss New
woman.
Little Hot Secretary. What's her name? The one with the big mink coat. Claire?
The last thing I need right now is another entanglement.
Is that what the children and I are to you?
I
Entanglements?
have to paint!
Where is it written that you have to live in a garret to paint?
Not a garret. A studio.
Where you can bring naked women and paint them, right?
That's just so... You haven't any idea what...
Look, it's me, isn't it? It's because I get obsessive sometimes, okay? I got a little bit upset about what the kids were going to eat, and I lost sight of the big picture. But at least I know I'm crazy, Jack. That's a big advantage. You leave me and you'll find out. Most women don't even know they're crazy.
It has nothing to do with you.
Don't you think I've been kicking myself about it all morning? Here you are offering to take a day off of work, take us all to the zoo. And all I can do is give you a hard time about hot dogs. I mean, stupid.
And it has nothing to do with the hot dogs. Look, Gauguin was living a certain kind of life. Respectable, bourgeois.
Gauguin? What are you going to do, Jack? Run away to Tahiti? No hot dogs and Tahiti, Jack. Bananas, fresh fruit. You'd hate it.
No, listen. To Boston.
Boston?
Yeah. Tom Coles. You remember him? He used to be up at McCain Erickson. He's got a studio up there I can share. Northern exposure.
Tom
the light
Coles?
is just gorgeous.
You're really serious, aren't you? You're going to leave us to paint pictures.
Yes. Paintings. I'm sorry. Look, I know it's hard to... I'll explain to the kids when I see them.
Oh, you'll never see them again, not if I can help it.
I'm still their father.
That's what you think.
Come on, Barbara.
Neither of them look anything like you.
They're my children.
You'll never know.
You're lying.
What do you care? You don't want them anymore.
Fine. I'm taking the bus back to town.
You're leaving now?
When you decide on a lawyer, have him get in touch with Larry.
Wait. Wait a minute. Why do you get Larry? He's my lawyer. You find a different lawyer.
Larry's been my best friend since college.
He doesn't even like you.
How do you know?
He told me last week when you were away on business, you remember?
Stop this.
Stop what, Jack?
Don't make a scene.
What do you care if I've been scrying every 2 weeks?
Stop it! Shut up! I know you're lying!
What do you care? You don't want me anymore.
It's not that I don't want you.
What is it then? What do you want? What do you want that's worth giving up your wife and children, leaving the most important
Light,
thing?
Barbara! I need light.
Light? You want light? Look, I've heard of lots of kooky reasons for divorce, Jack, but insufficient
That's
lighting.
not what I mean.
Look, if all you want is more light, we can go to Home Depot. You want light? They got light!
Not that kind of light. Real light. Sunlight. My life used to be filled with light. I could see. Now, I leave the house and it's dark. I come home and it's dark. I spend my days in a neon-lit black box on a grid. Neon isn't light. Neon sucks the light out of you. I was gonna make people see. Don't you remember? It's what I set out to do. I was gonna take the world around me, the visible world and the invisible world, and make people see it, really see it. And what do? I'm in advertising, product packaging. My job is to fool people, to make them see what's not there and to blind them to what is there. I take all the talents I was born with, all the techniques I learned in school, techniques developed by Turner, Rembrandt, by Monet, men who were gods, men who dedicated their entire lives to bringing the light of God down to earth and putting it on canvas. I take all of this and I use it to sell soap. Don't you see? I've become everything I've ever hated about this world, Barbara. I'm no good to you this way. I'm no damn good. Not to you and not to my children. I'm a failure. Worse than a failure. I'm a totally corrupt person. And I have to leave you.
I was lying about the children. They're yours.
And what about Larry?
He's not one of your children.
I mean, did you? With Larry?
Did you ever stop to think about how I might feel about this life we've stumbled into, Jack? Did it ever occur to you that I'm groping in the dark too? And that maybe that's why I obsess on things that aren't important? And I drive you and me and everybody around me stark raving mad. Did you ever stop to think about my need for some light? Look, I'm sorry you're unhappy, Jack. I'm unhappy too. But I'm not unhappy with you. I love you. it's me you're unhappy with. If you don't love me, if I just can't make you happy, then I think you should go to Boston. Paint your pictures. Sorry, paintings. But if you're really only unhappy about the light that's been stolen from your life, then I think you should stay with me, Jack. Because there's nobody I would rather fight the darkness with than you. And because you're my light, Jack. You always have been. And I want the chance to be your light again, too.
Naked mole rats. Yeah. I think I'd really like to see those naked mole rats.
The kids still have to eat.
We'll get hot dogs for the kids.
Sure. One hot dog won't kill them.
I think that's what I like best about the zoo.
What's that?
It's educational.
We don't get to spend enough time together as it is. And you want to spend what little time we have watching a big screen TV?
And you want a dog?
Well, no. I'd rather have you. But since I can't have you, I'll take the dog. It's your turn to say something nice and loving about me, dear.
I know. I'm thinking.
The clock is seriously ticking here.
I just thought that if we had a big TV, then during playoffs, I wouldn't have to go to the sports bar, and we could spend more time together then. How about that?
I think the pet department's on 5.
Honey, wait! I was kidding!
I've been divorced twice. Never could figure out how to make it work. Thought I tried everything. Spending all my time at work earning money to buy number one all the stuff she wanted. She complained I was away too much. For number two, I changed jobs so that I could be home more with her. Yeah, I traded in buying the stuff for more time in my relationship. She complained I hung around too much, and that I was depressed and no fun. And I guess I really wasn't. You're not really here, is how she would put it, even though she also complained I was under her feet all the time. You know what I've learned? You know how much time really makes the difference? Days together, hour after hour together? No. Kind of funny, but it all comes down to 4 minutes. Yeah, I said 4 minutes a day. Like the apple metaphor, I guess. Or is it a simile? 4 minutes a day keeps divorce lawyers away. You're not sure if I'm right, are you? Or if I know what I'm talking about. Maybe even if I'm sane. After all, getting married 3 times. Let's say the two of you are in bed together. And it's been a good night. Sex was good. All right, sex was only okay, but okay is still pretty good, right? And no ambulances going by to wake you up. You didn't even need to get up and pee. So all in all, a pretty good night. But now it's morning. You're up early because you have to be to work earlier than she does. The alarm goes off. So what do? I know, I sound like a TV commercial. What do? Do you slam the alarm, jump out of bed, race to get dressed, gulp down some coffee and head out the door? You have to be somewhere. She doesn't. She can sleep a little while, and you don't want to disturb the poor thing. No! Absolutely not. Not with my new model of relationships, you don't. Stay there. Here's what you do. Wake her up and just stay there for 1 minute. Holding her, touching her. Just be next to her. Two sort of awake people, just making contact. No words, just the touch. Aha! I can see it in your eyes. Your skepticism. A minute, he says, only a minute? That's not long enough to do anything. You can't even pee in that amount of time. Though maybe that's just enough for foreplay, at least from the guy's point of view. We're talking rhythms here. The different individual rhythms we each have. So just try something with me. Try this with me, I'm serious. Close your eyes when I tell you, and try to feel a minute. Not count a minute. No counting 1 hippopotamus, 2 hippopotamus, you know the drill. No counting heartbeats or whatever. Think about anything you want, but no fair counting. When you feel that 1 minute is up, open your eyes and sit quietly. I'll let you know how close we are by holding up these cards with the time on them. Ready? Just go with me on this. Your minute starts now. Okay. Everyone open your eyes. How did you do? How did your partner do if you've got one here with you? Are you two even close to the same rhythm? My second wife and I tried this. I opened my eyes at 45 seconds. She opened hers at 1 minute 15. So when she said to me, "I'll be ready in a minute, dear," I should have known that she meant her minute. And I should have grabbed another beer. Or maybe a book. So that's a minute. And in my 4 minutes, staying in bed together before each one of you get up is minute number 1. The first minute when you wake up. All right, so it's morning. Got to get out of the house and off to work. You know that drill too. Late already. No time to finish your coffee. Racing out the door, throwing a "goodbye, honey, see you later, love you," mwah, over your shoulder as you leave. Hold it! Come on. You've got that minute. At least 1 minute before you go, don't you? When has 1 minute, and I mean 60 seconds, no matter how long it feels to you, really made a difference at work? Just holding her for that 1 minute. No words, no chit-chat, no making plans, no fillers, just a little touch. See, what I've learned with my failures and with what I hope is our success is that life really should be like an hourglass. Sure, couples move apart during their lives. Shit happens, stress sucks, happens to everyone. And without touch, without even a little contact, we just move further apart from each other. Then we think it's got to be a week on the Riviera that will magically make things better, repair the wounds, and close the gap. How often do we then realize that it's too late? The gap is too large and magic just doesn't happen. What were small issues for us when we met are now huge. It's like looking at each other across a canyon. Come back to each other for just a minute 4 times a day, and that gap can't get as large and dangerous. Sure, the sex may still only be okay, but at least there will be some. Okay, that's 2. I said 4. That leaves 2 more. But maybe you've jumped ahead of me and have already figured it out. After all, as they say, it isn't rocket science. Of course, I doubt if rocket scientists have good relationships either. Do you ever wonder why we compare so much of what we do to rocket science? Do you? Sorry. Never mind. Forgot where I was. Okay. So it's been a long day. A typical day. You know, lots of crap at work for me and lots of crap for her, even though this was her day off. So, just coming through the door, got a lot on my mind, you know, crappy traffic on the way home, following some horse's ass comment made by my boss right before I left the office. When I walk through that door, I've got a lot on my mind. And so does she. We're in crunch time now. We've been apart for 8, 10 hours, leading individual, stressed out lives. Not much time during work to make contact, much less even think about each other. The gap has gotten pretty large by now, so how do we bring it back together? Yes, that minute thing, that magical minute, that minute that says, hey, I'm happy to see you. I'm happy you're in my life. That minute that lets some of the stress evaporate, even if it's just a little bit. And that was only 10 seconds. I know because I counted. But in the real life, you know, that life everyone else has, we'd have stayed there for all of 60 seconds. Take my word for it. In those 60 seconds, your heart rate slows a bit. You feel the connection. Hey, it's even better than buying a kitten. Look, it's late. I've got an early start tomorrow. And so does she. But she can get by in so much less sleep than I can. Maybe women really are the stronger sex. Anyway, I'm off to bed. We were both so tired after dinner, and that gap got a little wider. Sure, we chit-chatted a bit, but it was nothing that meaningful. I didn't want to replay my crappy day for her, and she didn't want to tell me how great her day off was, so all that's left is minute number 4. You can guess that one. But how do we go to the next 8 hours apart? That's the question and the issue. Probably won't be any sex tonight, so better not count on that to close the gap. But how often does sex really close any gap? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry. I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I ramble, so we're not going to close the gap with any more talk, that's for sure. I'd only get into trouble. Mars and Venus, you know. But we can close the gap with some touch, some contact, something that says, I'm glad you're in my life.
Good night. Well, we still have most of our minute number 4 left. You have lots of minutes left ahead of you. Make the best of them.